What is up, friends? It is frickin' Friday. Woohoo! Time for a little conspiracy theory trivia with Tyler Kiwala. He's there. He has recently gained the power of. I was about to go into this
Uh,
whole spiel about how you had superpowers, and damn it, Tyler, here you
yeah.
come. Let me find the
No, I
show.
was I was lighting my incense actually. My
Oh,
incense.
burn it up.
No, I like to set the mood, set the tone.
Set the mood, sir. Right? Let's see. Who do we got here? Who do we got here? What is up? Taylor Osteen, Peterer, Suitor, Chef Matt DK, Magrid Birdsong, Claudette Karma, Kip True, Nikita T, Wanderlust Kate, Lynn Yali. Let's see what's going on the DLive. Let's look at the DLive.
You don't even give me a chance to say hi to anybody.
You go ahead. You handle this. You take care
Weird.
of the
Don't kick me
DLive.
out.
I
Maybe.
can't. You
Don't
you
kick
have
me out.
access to all of it. So I lied. You do it.
Damn it, Tyler. We gotta figure this hellos out. Can you look up Foxhole? I'm trying to pull them up. You know I'd be having trouble with the Foxhole.
You know I'd be having trouble.
You know I'd be having
Um,
trouble. Let me get to the
yeah,
D. I hate
I'll
how when you
pull
turn on DLive and it's automatically volume. Like,
Is Foxholes the
Look at
same
my
way?
lumber stadium
Circly.
now.
You have access.
Right.
See?
Circular.
Um,
Diameter.
Foxhole's going.
woohoo! What up, Foxhole fam? You gonna say hello to the people, Tyler? I mean, geez.
Yeah. I'm just. Well, first of all, I was thinking to myself, I don't even know any of these people.
Ah,
Um,
that is all right. We love the newcomers.
What's up, guys? Golden Crisp.
Oh,
Man, I want some cereal.
right.
Um, Liberty Bells. Some of these names I can't even read. That's why I'm not saying them. Hard Knocks, PhD, Belushi, Deja Vu, Q. Um, Low Country, Brooklyn. I think
What up?
that's our Twitter friend.
Yes, it is.
She's the one who's always tweeting and sharing our stuff.
Mm-hmm. Yes, she does. Shows that love.
Yeah, she's always sharing it. She does a better job than I do promoting my
Right.
own stuff. And I just retweeted. I'm like, yeah,
I
what she
saw you
said.
like, thank you, right?
Yeah. I'm like,
Thank you for that.
yeah.
Let's see. We got,
Man, it gets busy sometimes.
man. DLive Summer 17, Alara. Hello. Rainbow Snuggle Fritz, LA Addicts. Who else is over here? Debbie Wonder Mod Roush. Man, I told her, I asked the other, like, did you clone yourself? Because you are on every show, modding for every person I ever go on to. It's amazing. TV Square Eyes, Claudette Karma. Who else? Patricia. Princess Bucky. Let me see. Morning Flower. Hello. Karen Hair. Julie65. Thank you, guys, for the ice creams and the lemons. Matter of fact, couple of things. A lot of you on Foxhole, on DLive, on YouTube are probably looking like, damn, man, I'm a mod now. Like, yes, if you feel that the wrench is too much responsibility, let me know and I will take it away. And if you did not get a wrench, don't feel any kind of way. It was kind of a random thing. It was whatever names were still available because I had no mods. So you've been drafted. You've been drafted. You
And
know,
don't feel bad because I'm not even a mod. So
yeah, your channel is a mod though. So Aaron's a mod, just not you.
oh, okay. I see how it is.
I can't grab your channel link to put into the little community thing to make you a mod. I've got to get you to comment on something so I can grab it. So feel free to make a comment on YouTube. And while I'm thinking about it, yeah, much love to my new mods. Thank you guys for your work, and thank you to some super chats on YouTube. Chris Hawkins, Stacks, Our Cloaked Unseen World, Cash App was Judy's Pissed, much love. DLive, Low Country Brooklyn, Detox with Tessa Thumper Rose, Kitty Woo, uh, Alara, Julie, Terry Lass, Karen Hare, thank you so much. Guys, it's kind of weird on DLive, like it doesn't give me the whole breakdown of everybody. It only gives me like, I don't know, 7 or 8 names. So if I missed you, I love you. Thank you. What do you read, Tyler?
I have a question for you this time.
Oh man, don't make me look bad.
No, it's okay. That's you already do that.
Oh, thanks. It takes work, sir, to be this much of a mess.
So what's going on? What's in the news today?
That's the question, man. Can we talk about my new conspiracy theory? My
The
crypto
crypt,
cons-
the
my
crypto conspiracy.
my cryptspiracy, right? I was literally on Twitter crying the other day, like, guys, we're running out of conspiracies. What are we gonna do? I wasn't thinking, like, there will always be
Yeah, there's always.
there's always gonna be some new conspiracy. Uh, for those of you guys that are invested in crypto, I love some Doge. We talk about it all the time. Of course, I have Bitcoin, Ethereum, you know, Cardano, some other stuff. But there's been this crazy crash recently, right? A couple of times over the past few days, which is kind of wild. So I was listening to my guy Sam Tripoli, and he was talking about this secret insider, right? The secret insider that had this information, and he had posted some posts and called it like to the day and to the hour when these crashes would occur. Said that they were trying to liquidate one man's wallet, Justin Sun from Tron, from
No,
China.
you should have been like, who is that one man?
Who is
A,
it, right? Oh,
you
right.
should
Oh,
have
man,
gave him.
missed opportunities, right? Elon
Yeah,
Musk. Is it Bernie Sanders? No, it is Justin Tron from China. And if you notice, China's the one, not like they haven't made crypto shaking announcements previously, but like the other day they said that they were going to ban any kind of use of crypto in the finance sphere, and the markets rocked for a minute, and then today now they're going to crack down on mining of all sorts, and the rockets mark for a minute. Well, apparently this insider, right, and we like insiders with insider information, this insider said that they would continue these coordinated attacks until this man's wallet was liquidated. So I guess we're just going to have to wait and see how this plays out.
yeah. I don't know what to really expect. I think don't panic with all this
Oh,
crypto stuff.
don't panic.
Yeah, I look at it and like, yeah, I'm like, oh shit, like losing money, but not really. We know it's gonna go back up.
Yeah,
But
listen, we are not financial advisors, nor are we giving financial advice. Number one. Number two, it'll be back, bruh. Like
it'll be back, bro.
yeah, you got just put the money in there that you can afford. Like if you lost it, you wouldn't, it wouldn't wreck
It wouldn't
you.
matter.
Yeah,
That's exactly how you should
yeah.
invest anyway.
Aw, thanks, successful Sarah. She says, love you, love everyone. We love you. We love you.
um, oh, what was I gonna say about the crypto thing? Oh, Elon Musk and the tweet with
Elon.
the Doge dollar,
Man, listen, they jumped
the dollar bill in the window. You know what I'm talking about though?
how much is that doji in the window? That one?
Yeah,
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 that he
yeah.
tweeted. Yeah, right. Trying to boost. Well, I mean, whenever he tweets, I mean, can you imagine having the power to say something and move the market? Like Trump was like that.
Hmm.
Elon Musk is like that. I don't know that there are too many other people. Uh,
No, there's a lot of people when they talk, it makes me sick. But by the way, did you hear this is the first thing I've heard Biden say that I actually liked, and people are going to hate me. But a reporter asked him, they said, they're asked Biden this. They said, President Obama says there are objects in the sky of unknown origin and we do not know how they're built. What do you say to that? He said, we asked President Biden about the UFOs, and he said there's unknown objects in the sky from unknown origin. We don't know how they're built. And they're like, what do you say to that? And Biden goes, I say, ask him again. I was like, that's the most clever thing Biden's ever said.
right. His one liner that'll
Yeah. And then
work.
oh, the best part was he tried to be cool and walk off, but he had a clip or a mic in his ear and it was attached to a wire. So it like got stuck to the podium after he tried to walk
Worst
off.
mic drop
Yeah.
ever. Right.
He's like,
Missed
he
opportunities,
goes,
bruh.
I say, ask him again. No more questions. And he tried walking off and he got
Like,
stuck.
right. Crack. Oh, thank you, Julie65, for the diamond. Much love. Much love. Did you see Greer's video? Did you watch that?
The Mark
Sh-
Mangladesh
the
or
McCandlish.
McCandlish, how do you say his name?
What
No,
you
I did
say?
not.
Mangled it? Yeah, right.
Yeah,
That guy. Right. Yeah, he put out a video. Yes. Well, I mean, basically, Greer. Yeah, I mean, Greer's old school. Like, granted, he's done a lot of work.
yeah,
Disclosure Project. Like he National Press Club. Like he did that. Right
yeah.
now,
Sure.
granted, he did that hand in hand with, like, I don't know, some shady people. Who? The Podestas and freaking
Well, yeah, and he has clear researchable ties to the Rockefellers,
Right, exactly. Like,
and
so there's that.
and James Gilliland has a story where this lady started freaking out at some event, and she ran up. She saw this reptilian. She swears she's like this. I saw a reptilian, blah blah blah, and then uh, I don't even remember the story, but it ended up being Stephen Greer when they got I don't
Listen,
know.
I'll buy that.
Yeah, did it when you have to actually? I'm not doing the story. This is a real story. Like this girl actually thought she witnessed like this guy shapeshift, and I think they were driving or something. They got closer and realized that it was
It was
Stephen
him.
Greer. Yeah,
Listen, I'll
and
buy that.
she like was totally freaked out by it. She was like, "I swear, I just saw a reptilian." um.
I mean, he
Anyway,
kind of, yeah,
yeah,
I can see it. I can dig it. I mean, he got on there and he was kind of hating on Luis Elizondo. Now, granted, both of these dudes have their own agenda. Like, Greer swears up and down that there's no possible way that any of these things could do anything negative, and I don't buy that,
and no, that's the psyop. That's what he's
right?
here to push.
Yeah,
That should be the only red flag you need.
well, I don't buy that. But I also don't buy Luis Elizondo saying we have no idea what these things are, and like
No, neither of them. It's all confuse us. Yeah.
you know that like half of that shit is ours. You know that we
Yes.
back engineered some of that stuff. You know who's driving the other half. Now there is a good possibility that if we've back engineered stuff, China and Russia have also maybe collected materials, maybe back engineered something. Like who knows, right?
Yeah.
So
I, it's
you know,
very much the case. Yeah.
right? But Luis Elizondo's goal is to get military funding. Like we need more money, right? This is a threat.
Yeah.
We're all gonna die. Hurry up. We need some funding. Like that's how
They're
I look
fun.
at it.
They're funding. I still that all that funding is just getting funneled in the black budget program. Still, like we're not making that much progress. It's all part of. I mean, whatever they probably have like a playbook. They're just sitting there
Oh
going by. It's
man,
all part of the playbook. You
they
know.
wrote that shit like 70 years ago. Okay, like step one, guys.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah. A
weather
long time
balloons,
ago.
right? Whatever. Like slowly moving up. I mean, of course they're covering their ass for all the lies that they
Hmm.
told this entire time. Anyway, I guess I'm just glad that we're at least able to have the conversation now. Like, I mean, at
We've
least, well, in general, like at least now, at least they're admitting to something.
yeah. You're right. Like it's not they're not
Yeah,
laughing at us anymore. I mean,
exactly.
they are when we get too
Yeah, oh
close to
yeah.
the truth. Then they're like, we're still crazy. But that's just
We
I
are
mean, that's
still
when
crazy, dude, but
well, that's all they do. They justify their closed-minded thinking by calling us crazy. The people who don't understand it, and it's just then that's just where we are.
yeah.
But I mean, I think that what we're seeing on the news and from anybody right now, anybody who's given a public stage to put this information out, not a podcast on YouTube or DLive or Foxhole, like a mainstream public stage, I don't think we're gonna get any sort of real truth out of them. It's gonna be only partial truths.
Oh, then we're only gonna.
Honestly, if you're gonna get anywhere even close, I hate to say this, but watching Fox and Tucker Carlson, like he at least questions and challenges some of these narratives, and I like that. I don't know his role, but I mean, if you're
Listen,
gonna,
regardless of which, like, I like Tucker. At least he'll come out there and talk some shit and laugh at people. Like
that's
when
what I mean. Yeah,
just at least. But and on the UFO thing, I mean, he really picked up on the story and he's been kind of pushing it. He's got the little bumpers with with the
yeah,
UFOs and stuff on his show. Like, I'm all
yeah.
right with that. I'm all right
He
with that.
owns it too.
Hmm.
Um, for anybody tuning in for the first time, they're gonna be like, "This is not trivia."
Yeah, we are getting there, guys. As a matter of fact,
Which what? Go ahead.
right?
As a matter of fact,
As a
what?
matter of fact, Tyler.
No, I'm
Wit.
gonna ask you the first
Oh, okay,
question.
you asked me the first question.
Which U.S. Navy veteran claims to have witnessed the Battle of Los Angeles firsthand?
Ooh. Do I get
You don't. It's no.
choices?
It's not multiple
Oh
choice.
man, I don't know. Who?
Okay, I'll give you multiple. I don't know. I don't know enough famous Navy veterans to put on the list. It's William Tompkins.
Oh yeah, listen. That dude had all kinds of. That's right, he did. That's right. He
Yeah,
said he was a kid. He said he was a kid, and then he started building these things like when he was in high school, and he started making little
Yeah.
models and people picked up on it. And didn't his dad work for
Yeah, I don't
somebody?
know. I don't know who his dad worked for, but yeah, he was like born into that stuff, you know.
Man,
Um, yeah, somebody got it right, William Tompkins.
oh, look at that.
All right. All right, your turn.
Geared on top of it. Look at that. All right, Tyler. Which U.S. president reported seeing a UFO in 1969? Was it A. Richard Nixon, B. Gerald Ford, C. Jimmy Carter, or D. Ronald Reagan? Right? Which U.S. president
Hmm.
reported seeing a UFO in 1969? A. Richard Nixon, B. Gerald Ford, C. Jimmy Carter, or D. Ronald Reagan?
I would almost say Nixon because he made that speech about free energy. But I don't,
Hmm.
I mean, where did he get? He knew something. He said, Nixon said, within the decade, we'll have the answer to our energy crisis. But that it's been 50 years and nothing's happened.
Man,
But,
I know, right? Ronald
um,
Reagan gave that famous speech where at the UN talking about if we faced a threat, from
oh, yeah, Reagan's big
whatever,
one. Yeah,
yeah,
obvious. Yeah, it actually probably is Reagan. Um,
well, I'm seeing some D's for Reagan. I'm seeing some C's for Carter. Let's see what they're talking about on
it could
DLive,
be any of them, to be honest.
right?
They probably all saw one.
Reagan and Carter. As a matter of fact, the answer is Carter, which he's talked about it. But Reagan, I want to say Reagan had said something about that too. I don't know anything about Gerald Ford, but Richard Nixon, I remember what you were talking about, that speech you were talking about.
Yeah,
Uh, so Rico says Reagan started Star Force, so Solar Warden, right? That
solar
was
warden.
Solar Warden
Well,
was
technically, there is no solar warden when you're
well, okay,
trying to
okay,
research it. Yeah.
right.
Um,
The program that may or may not exist, that may or may not be called,
but absolutely exists. Yeah, that's just
right?
basically
Solar
space,
Warden.
basically Space Force. Not what they're just trying to like convert Solar Warden into Space Force. And I don't even know what I think about Space Force anymore, to be honest. Unfortunately,
You
they're talking about a cyber robot army
the
now.
augmented humans. Listen,
Yeah,
I will get on my tangents on Space Force News on some weird shit. Yes,
yeah.
they literally. I mean, of
They said it. I read the
yeah,
article.
yeah. I
They're
mean,
looking into it. They're looking into
looking into it.
the reality of a potential cyborg army,
Well, how
whatever
many
the
times
hell.
have we talked about? I mean, you're they're talking about embedded tech. They've already got external tech that is a two-way thought processing that they can control drones and everything else with.
Sure,
They
sure.
can implant thoughts with. I mean, we've talked about it ad nauseum on Space Force News, and I've talked about it on some of my own videos. In any case, where I mean, they have most of this shit now. I look at Neuralink, and now we've got a competitor to Neuralink. Uh, damn. Palantir, the co-founder of Palantir, just backed another company for another brain chip. Like
Hmm.
this is happening.
Well, it seems to me that there's no reason that we need to be looking that direction. If it's a waste of money, it just seems like it like to fund a robot or a cyber army, whatever you want to call it, and actually to spend money and time researching that and looking into it. I mean, why? What for?
Well, I mean, with robotic weaponry and autonomous weaponry, you cut down on human casualties. You can mass produce these things. If you're in a battle and you lose 50 drones, you got 200 more. You're not worrying about.
The picture in the article showed robots like holding guns, like a actual robot army.
Oh, yeah, they're all about that.
That's what I'm talking about. Like,
They're
what's the point of that? Like, unless they're just looking for another reason to just funnel money somewhere else. I
I
don't
don't
know.
know. I don't know. I mean, that we've as far as the human augmentation, they're very serious about that. Less
Yeah. Well,
sleep, more alertness, faster learning, like, super soldiers.
yeah. Well, I know a lot. Yeah, exactly. And that's been a reality for a while. I think that's just coming to the forefront. And somebody told me one time, it's like, if you want to know what technology we really have, read Popular Science. So none of that
Man,
technology ever makes, he goes, none of that technology ever makes it out of that magazine. He goes, you will see the most groundbreaking, life changing technology. They'll tell you how it works, what we can do, show you pictures of it. There's even videos of it sometimes. But it never surfaces. It just goes, it just gets swept under
man,
the
a
rug.
lot of the good articles
Yeah.
that I pull are from Popular Mechanics. Like they'll
Popular
think,
science. Yeah.
oh,
Or
Popular
mechanics.
Science.
Either
Well,
one, either one. But you know what I'm saying? Like you see some crazy stuff in there, but
and
look
then that's
around,
it,
you never see it for real.
right?
They're telling you, he said they're telling you what they can do, and then they just pull up, like basically like pull off the shelf and don't say anything about it, and nobody questions it because they're too distracted.
I got another one for you, Tyler.
All right, bring it
N-
on.
name the group allegedly funded by the FBI, of course, to terrorize anti-war protesters in the 1970s. Okay,
Antifa.
right.
Yeah.
Ding, ding, ding. Was it A, the Secret Army Organization, B, the War Pigs, C, Make War Not Love, or D, the Shadow Team? Okay, I'm going to read it again. Name the group allegedly funded by the FBI to terrorize anti war protesters in the 1970s. Was it A, the Secret Army Organization, B, the War Pigs, C, Make War Not Love, or D, the Shadow Team?
I guess B, war pigs.
Right? That was sounds legit. What are they? What, let me see what we got. Can you see Foxhole? What are they talking about? We have not forgotten about you, Foxhole fam. We love you.
I forgot about
I didn't forget about it. Especially you, Golden Crisp, who will harangue me later. Let's see. We got B, B,
I don't
B,
know if, let me refresh this.
E, call a friend. Right? We need
Phone
that
a friend.
option. Right? B. It is actually the Secret Army Organization. And it's kind of crazy. Foxhole? What are they talking?
That's me. Sorry.
No worries. Yeah, the Secret
I
Army organization. Speaking of which, did you see the articles that came out the other day about the Pentagon running a secret army of 60,000 people around the world?
No, most people in Foxhole are saying B or C.
B,
Anyway,
the War Pigs? No, it was the
D.
Secret Army Organization. So,
That
yeah,
sounds like that sounds too cliche, almost like secret army organ.
like the straightforward, like, we can't
Yeah.
think up a name. Let's just call it what it is and they'll think
No,
it's
what are you
not
talking
real.
about? It's the 60,000 people doing what?
Yes, the Pentagon apparently has a secret army, right? Domestic and foreign operations, 60,000 people that are, not affiliated with our specific, I don't know, intelligence agencies, but they're out there carrying out missions or whatever, fighting threats to U.S. security. I don't know. The story broke like 2 days ago. That's something I keep meaning. I wanted to dig into it. I saw Jason Burmis talking about it, and I was like, "What the hell?" So when I
I don't actually know about that, but I'm actually I'm really interested in that because
Well, they had
uh
caught a guy in. I remember seeing there was a guy in Russia that they had caught in Russia, and this was in like 2013, and he had like, I don't know, they thought he was like the worst spy ever. He had like this horrible wig and all these freaking pairs of sunglasses and this cell phone that looked like it was, I don't know, like from 2 decades ago. Uh, and then when they caught him and brought him in, like he actually had some really high tech shit inside the cell phone, like it, and I don't know, he was dealing with cyber threats at the time, or like he was tracking and tracing different organizations, and he would find people, and then he was part of this unnamed, this secret army that
yeah,
the
there's tons of, I'm sure that, I mean, that's been going on forever.
Yeah, well, now apparently I don't know, like they admitted to it, or well, like I'm gonna have to dig on that. I have no idea, but it was
Yeah,
crazy.
I'm actually fascinated to read about that because we know it's been going on, but why are they publicly disclosing it for
Man, they're
one?
disclosing all kinds of
60,000
shit right
people is
now.
a lot of people. Yeah, I know 60,000 people is a lot of people to
A
hide.
lot.
Where, how are they recruiting them? What's taking place? What age range of people are we looking at? Are these people, who are they? How do you find out about it? Because I want in. No.
We are welcome to be hired, secret army people. Like, well, I mean, that would be something to do,
But
right?
yeah, I don't know. It's just there's so much coming to the surface right now, and
Oh, it's
I don't
wild.
know.
It's
Go
wild.
ahead, next question,
All
please.
right. What nickname is used by anti-GMO conspiracists to describe food that was created by merging animal and vegetable DNA? Yes, it's a real thing. A. Octocumbers. B. Beaver sprouts. C. Potanimals. Or D. Fishmados. Let me read one more time.
Can somebody want to ask their 5-year-old this question?
Right. What
It's
nickname? I mean, it's still though, merging animal and vegetable DNA, like that's freaking horrific. I hate quit modifying shit. Like stuff was fine. Leave it alone. All this genetic experimentation really gets to me. Okay, what nickname is used by anti-GMO conspiracists to describe food that was created by merging animal and vegetable DNA? Was it octocumbers, B. Beaver sprouts, C. Potanimals, or D. Fishmados?
it all sounds like a joke. I'll
Don't
have
it?
a I'll have a
Beaver
number
sprouts,
two with it. I'll have a number two with the extra large potanimals, please.
right? Can I get a side of beaver sprouts with my Fishmados, please?
Yeah.
Right?
Um.
I
What
see
is it? I say potanimals.
Potanimal. Let's see what's DLive.
I really don't
Oh,
know.
thanks, J Bell. Good to see you here. Yeah, I'll be on with J Bell Sunday afternoon. As a matter of fact, you guys come over and hang out.
Somebody in Foxhole said Quiltanon said the potato one.
The potato one, right? Potanimals. It's
only
Fishmados.
only Hillary calls it beaver sprouts.
Beaver sprouts.
Um, fish mados.
Yeah, they're Fishmados. Apparently. I don't. You know what? Let's just take a gander. Let's see if we
Are you
can.
sure they don't mean Sharknado?
Right. Have you seen the fire NATOs, which is apparently a thing? I was
No,
amazed.
I don't need to.
Man. Yeah, apparently,
Like, who's even gonna know that?
right?
Fish, fish mados.
Right? Let's see what this is. Health geomatics. I don't know. Fishmados and the backfire effect. Apparently, early in 2015, a story started circulating on social media about a young man dying from an allergic reaction to eating a genetically modified tomato. They claimed that he was known to have allergies. They couldn't figure it out. He died in the hospital. And I don't know. Maybe he was allergic to fish. I don't know. It says that's not true. The story's untrue. I don't know. The fish may. Oh, apparently the fish mado. They're trying to debunk the fish mado story. So are they saying
Joan of Arc says that's a stupid name. The potato one is better. I agree. That's why I picked it.
potanimals? Right?
Potanimals,
How come
like
nobody likes octocumbers?
I thought that because that's clearly made up.
Oh, the potanimal
Yeah,
sounds so much more legitimate. Fish
exactly.
mados, right?
Fish mados.
Right? You
Yeah.
can't tell me that they haven't merged variety of DNAs that way. Suiterbug says fire nados are dangerous. Yeah, I about died when I saw that they were real and in
Oh, you
California
talking about
last
like
year.
an yeah, I know that yeah, I know what you're talking about. Those are real.
Yeah. Oh,
Yeah, it's like
it
hell on
had
earth type of
yeah.
shit.
I
Yeah.
mean, that was wild. They had pretty
Yeah.
good video during the last year's fires. Tiffany says they sound delicious. Yeah, I don't know about that. Beaver sprouts. That's what I thought. It was just dirty, right? I couldn't not laugh at that. All right. What is drawn on many of the ancient Ica stones from Peru that conspiracists claim defy scientific explanation? Is this supposed to say Incan stones? What is drawn on many of the ancient Ica stones from Peru that conspiracists claim defy explanation? Is it A, the DNA double helix, B, airplanes, C, dinosaurs, or D, Justin Bieber's autograph?
I wish I knew what civilization they're talking about. The
Yeah,
Icon,
I
because A, B, and C are all found in different ancient cultures, but I don't know exactly which one that is.
oh, apparently it is Ica stones.
Ica. Okay,
Yeah.
so you know the answer. So
Well, I just pulled it up
is
on
that
this.
that's not the one that has the humans riding dinosaurs, is it?
Oh, it's the dinosaurs, bruh. It is dinosaurs. Holy shit.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. That's I know there's one civilization that has that. Obviously, there's plains in like Egypt, and then
I mean,
uh
that's a whole. That them are now. See, they'll swear up and down that we did not coexist with dinosaurs,
no,
which like we
no,
it's horseshit.
that's been debunked. That's been debunked. Those stones have been debunked and said they're modern hoax. But I don't actually I don't believe that.
Uh,
There's too many other signs and evidence that humans
I mean,
coexisted
they
with
got
dinosaurs.
a whole Stegosaurus and a whole Triceratops on there. Like,
Yeah. Um,
oh, these are from the '60s. They like pet rocks in the '60s. Maybe somebody just thought it'd be cool. That's
a pet
crazy.
rock. Yeah, those are the ones.
That's wild. Look at them.
Yeah, we have like there's a cave 2 hours away from here in southern Illinois that has ancient Egyptian artifacts. They think it was the tomb of Alexander, and there's evidence.
Alexander, Alexander, like Alexander the Great.
Yeah, they think that like they made it all the way over here. They found in the 80s they found the whole cave full of gold and Egyptian gold and artifacts. And I've actually went and physically looked at held some of these artifacts, and it's a theory, but there's a lot pointing to the fact that it could be the tomb. It could have been the tomb of Alexander. Um, but it's no joke. There is Egyptian artifacts here in the Midwest in
Well,
North
I
America.
mean,
Yeah,
we know they're in the canyon, right?
yeah, yeah,
I mean that for sure.
yeah. But people don't want to recognize it and right here in the Midwest. But the town that there's literally Cairo, Illinois, like all these towns in Illinois are named after Egyptian cities. And they're why? And then they find Egyptian gold and artifacts in a cave, and they're saying that they're trying to just like brush it under the rug and say
Of
that it's
course.
yeah,
You know what kills me?
they don't recognize it. Historians won't even recognize it.
Well, it kills me because like they assume, and here this my little tinfoil hat here. They
Hey,
as
wait, this is the same guy. I gotta interrupt you. Francis Fallon. This is the same guy that commented on our video. Trump cult, he said. He just commented on before it even came on and said Trump cult.
Oh, well, thanks
And
for
he's
being
back.
here, right? Is he still here?
Yeah. Yeah, he's here. He's on YouTube. He said he spelled cult with a Q though.
Oh,
Um,
well, that's nice. Oh, it's T. Roy Cooks in the building. Hello.
I don't understand.
Yeah, well, it is what it is. It's all good in the hood, man. What was I gonna tell you? Yeah, it's crazy. They think these people came over like on boats or whatever. Like we have tunnels and stuff. Like who knows how they got here? But I mean, the fact
Yeah.
that you would just ignore any just anything that doesn't fit which like hiding the giants, like the Smithsonian. For
Hmm.
what? Like for what? I don't
I
understand it.
followed it. I just finally got allowed back on Facebook miraculously. I don't know how after forever. And I just started following this like giant page. And there's always posting pictures of like ancient giants and stuff I've never even seen. And some of the stuff you look at, and I checked it out. Some of these are real places I've just never even heard about. I'm looking, I'm like, there's no other explanation besides that they were building this stuff for a giant or somebody. Why? How would they make it that big? Second of all,
Oh, the Tartaria stuff? Are you talking about the buildings and the big
no,
ass
no, no.
books?
This is just ancient. I'm just talking about random ancient sites around the world that are built gigantic.
Right, for what?
For what reason? It's like I don't know.
Yeah, you'd think they'd want to be a little more utilitarian with it, but I don't know. Some of those things are pretty I don't know. Like you said, just exorbitantly large for
Hmm.
no good reason.
And then there's a lot more examples of giant footprints in stone than I thought. Um, it's just really interesting to me.
Man, I don't doubt it. I don't doubt it at all. All right, Tyler. Now let's see if you know this one, because I did not know this happened. Okay, the alien spacecraft reportedly seen over Texas in 2015 looked eerily similar to what type of ship seen in one of the Star Trek movies? Was it A, Klingon battle cruiser, B, the Borg ship, C, the Romulan bird of prey, or D, the species 8472 bioship?
I don't even know what was seen over Texas. I honestly don't know what was seen then, but I'm gonna guess the Klingon ship.
Let's see, what are they?
I'm gonna guess the Klingon ship because I've heard SSP insiders describe a ship that looks like the Klingon ship. So
Yes, Mr. No Clip says B, the Borg ship. Karen Harris says the Romulan bird of prey. Morning Flowers
nobody's
says
saying
no idea. I'm rolling up a spliff. But
nobody's saying A.
right?
Um,
Nobody says a Klingon. Oh yeah, Wise Mama Bear says A. So apparently it was actually the Borg ship. Let me, and I gotta look this up. Texas 2015 UFO sighting. Hold on.
yeah, I don't. Yeah, please look that up. I'm curious. Man, I learned so much from this
I know,
show.
right? What is this? Ooh, do we get a video? Oh no, Daily Star. Is it gonna pummel me with ads? Texas cube-shaped UFO emerges from clouds and what the shit? Hold on.
I'm
Ah,
looking at it. Okay.
click for sound. Yeah, all right. Show me
First
this.
image can be seen almost shooting out at a
Oh,
pretty
it's
fair rate of
Secure
speed
Team.
out of what looks like a
Oh, is
massive
it? It looks like a
black hole
cube.
type
Is that what you're
portal
looking at?
or opening up within the sky
Oh
and
my
surrounding
God.
clouds. The source states that this black portal or hole in
Is this video gonna play? I'm 20 seconds behind, so I'll just wait for you.
Yeah, it's playing, but wow, man. Well, now it's not playing. It's probably gonna, if it locks up my shit, I'm gonna be mad. Holy man, that looked just like a damn Borg ship. Let me get that off there. That'd be my luck. Everything's shut down. Like, haha, Archons. Wow, that was Did you see? Do you see it yet?
Yeah, I'm looking at it. I don't even know that I've ever seen this one
That
before.
was Tyler from Secure Team talking. That had to have been one of his videos. He gets all the good. He's got for 10
There's
years.
something strange going on with that guy.
What, with Tyler?
Yeah. Well, why he all of a sudden he had to like he was like running for his like
Oh, yeah,
his
yeah, I remember
life
that.
was in danger at one point. I thought like somebody was after him. He had to
Yeah.
shut his channel down, and he was like, "Guys, I'm okay.
Yeah,
I
then he
can't tell
then
you
he
what."
said he got arrested and got beat
Yeah,
up,
yeah,
and then
right.
there were a bunch of people trying to debunk that. And then when he came back this most recent time, he had that surgery. I think he said it was maybe his liver or something, and he had that, and he showed the scars and stuff. And ever since then, like he's been back. I mean, shit, he
Just
posted.
wonder if somehow he was threatened or what happened, or maybe it was just something stupid that he was too embarrassed to talk about.
I don't know.
Um,
I don't know, but yeah, he had. I mean, you
you
got
know
to
that,
figure with I don't know what's he got, like 2.5 million followers, and he's had a channel up for like 10 years. He's had
yeah,
actual insiders, good video evidence. I mean, you got to figure somebody couldn't have been too happy with that, right?
no, yeah, yeah, I agree. And but it's funny too, going back to the whole UFO thing, like that video. Like, I'm sorry, but there's so many UFO videos out there. I don't even like pay attention to them hardly anymore because
Oh
that
God,
I
I
know the
know, right?
technology we have, and it's so easy to fake it. I'm just like, I just don't know. Like, it could be totally real, and I want to believe it, but I know I've seen faked videos that look totally real that I would believe if I didn't know any better. So it's so hard.
Well, what's crazy about the Borg ship thing is we've had numerous videos caught by those satellites that watch the sun where the square Borg shaped ships are siphoning plasma from the sun.
Yeah, no,
You've
I
seen
agree.
those?
Yeah, there's a lot of them I believe in, but what I was trying to say is I don't pay that much attention to
Yeah,
them
there's
anymore
so
because
many. Like, what are you gonna?
yeah. No, I've seen especially the ones by the sun. especially when all of those observatories were shut down and then all those UFO videos were released or photos of the look like hundreds of ships like coming out of the sun like it was a portal. That was the craziest thing.
Man. Well, speaking of portals, you know, it hasn't been that long that NASA admitted that there were what they were calling X portals, like electron diffusion zones, that were literally portals between the sun and the earth, and that they could open up at random places around the earth. Some of them were predictable, but some of them weren't. They're called electron diffusion zones. And if you look, I mean, they're literal portals from between
Yeah.
here and the sun. I mean, who knows? Maybe
No,
the Borg
there's portals are real.
siphoned some plasma and came here to assimilate everybody.
It's all real.
Man, right?
It's all real. There's no evidence for it, but it's real. There is evidence, but
There's
not the evidence people want.
yeah, well they want, aliens landing on the White House lawn, you
Even
know,
then, people won't believe it. They're like, "Oh, it's just a." Then you're gonna get people saying, "Oh, that's just our technology." You know,
right?
nobody's gonna really want to believe it's somebody else, or it's a man in a suit, or a costume, or whatever. Hollywood graphics, blue beam. You're gonna
Unless we
hear,
were attacked, I bet they probably believe it then. Maybe not at first, but when they were
yeah,
running from the space spiders, they'd believe it then, I would bet.
yeah.
Right? I'd be convinced. Like, oh, about to die. Well, Tyler, tell me this. Who controls the secret fleet of spacecraft that protects the Earth from alien invasions? Right? Is it A, the Shield Group, B, the United Nations, C, the Covenant, or D, the Church of Scientology?
Really? This is they have. This is
Bruh, right? I don't see the right answer on here, but we're just going to go with what's on the card. Who
so.
controls the secret
Yeah,
fleet of spacecraft that protects the Earth from alien invasions? The Shield Group? Is it the United Nations? The Covenant? Or is it the Church of Scientology?
I'm gonna go Church of Scientology. I mean, why? I don't know, but I want to know is like this information is disclosed somewhere.
Apparently, if I could get that freaking I haven't even tried to mess with the scanner since I couldn't figure it out last week. I
Well,
will. We
it
can
just
talk.
doesn't make sense. Like to me, like I can't even believe that's a question on there because like that if that even
Tip.
if one of those answers is legit, I still don't think that's the truth.
Well, that's why I said I don't see the right answer on there.
Yeah,
The United Nations. Tiffany says Trump, right?
yeah,
I can see that, right? Wouldn't that be some
yeah.
shit? Uh,
The UN makes the most sense because you
Yeah,
hear about the ICC and the all the stuff, the
yeah.
interplanetary
Well, I
corporate
mean, the
conglomerate.
UNN itself is like this.
Yeah.
It's a freaking farce. The whole thing is a farce. Aw, thanks, Morning Flower, for the donation. Thanks, Mr. Fox. Let me. Matter of fact, while I'm thinking about it, look. Nope. All right. So yeah, apparently it's the United Nations. I mean that.
I just didn't. I mean, I didn't know that it was disclosed. That they're telling you right there. If they you can research that, they're telling you that we have technology
Well, a
that
ton of
exists.
countries have already declassified all of their UFO related
Yes,
materials.
that's true, and I forget about that sometimes. Actually,
Like France put all their shit out there. I mean, they're bigger countries with, actual air
even
forces and whatnot, like, respectable militaries have disclosed all
yeah,
their information. I mean, you would
believe it or
think,
not, didn't even Canada disclose a bunch of
man,
stuff?
yeah.
Yeah,
Well, look, I mean, we had in what was that in 2000? Was that 2002 or 2000 where they had the National Press Club when they did the disclosure project? I think it was 2002, maybe. But Paul Hellyer, he was the first cabinet level official to come forward and give official information about UFOs and government interactions with them. I mean, Paul Hellyer was the defense minister of Canada, and he came forward and said, "Hey, listen, there's a whole conspiracy here."
that was 2001, by the way, May
2001. I
9th.
was okay. I was in the middle, right?
You
But
were right.
yeah, I mean, he. I mean, that's like if I don't know. I'm not a fan of Donald Rumsfeld, but if that guy got up and was like, "Hey,
Mhm.
listen." They're here. Got some deals with them. It's been crazy. Like people would probably listen. I mean, Canada's, we make fun of Canada sometimes. We love Canadians, but I mean, their government, their defense minister said it.
Castro. Yeah,
Yeah, right.
Castro.
Up there running the show. That dude.
So Claudette Karma said, silly question. If they attempt blue beam, can we just throw water or sand on the hologram and it fucks up? Um, well, first of all, if it's a hologram, it's going to be in the sky higher than you can. It's just going to look like a real craft in the sky.
They wouldn't
If
want to
that,
let us debunk that. Like they're gonna want that to work.
yeah, yeah. So they wouldn't. And I mean, I've heard other whistleblowers, insiders say that some of these holograms are so real that they actually are physical. They actually have a physical element to them. It doesn't feel like the actual object, but you can like touch it. It's like it's so real that you can actually touch it and feel a difference.
Are they saying that they could blue beam a ground invasion?
Yeah, like he was saying they can blue beam anything, like a street
Like the
sign.
holodeck
Like you
in
would
in
never,
Star Trek? You,
yeah, like you can like there could be a projection of a street sign and you wouldn't know that it was you, and you wouldn't have no idea that it's a hologram. They
man.
can do it with any object, a car, whatever, that apparently. And it looks so real, you would drive right by, walk right past it, you would never know.
Yeah, I'd be I'd be so pissed if they pull that nonsense. Like we got enough problems, man. Just tell the truth. You don't got to blue beam nothing.
I had a dream one time. I was watching an infomercial in the dream, and it was like reality is not what you think, and it's like nothing is real, and it would show like a rabbit, and the rabbit would transform into like a sign, and then a bush would transform into a person, and reality isn't what you think it is. Nothing appears as it is. What I forgot. It was like, and it was just showing all these different examples of like what we think we see is not actually what we see. And I don't know what that dream was trying to tell me, unless it was trying to tell me exactly that.
Right? I don't
Um,
know. That needs a lot of interpretation, right? We live in the
yeah,
simulation, apparently. That was the or we're in
yeah,
the matrix,
yeah. But it was. I mean, I think about that. Like, is this computer really in front of me?
right? I
That
mean,
you got
well,
people go
okay.
that crazy.
All right, let's think about that for a minute. The majority of what we consider solid matter is not solid matter. It's empty space.
And it's just a frequency that's taking up that space.
You know, I mean, these things, I even
Well, that's what
solid
that's
is not solid. I mean,
technically, yeah. That technically that's what the ETs do. Like if for anybody, that's how they pass through a wall. They match the vibrational frequency of
yes.
the object,
Yeah, they
the
phase
wall,
through. Swoop.
the wall, and when you match that frequency, you become it, and you literally just can pass right through it. It's not. It's technically not a solid. It's all a matter of vibration. So it's
Absolutely.
like what's really there, what's not.
Yeah.
Um, there's yeah. The craziest thing I watched the YouTube videos like trying to say that we're not even here. I can prove we're not real. And I watched it and it said, go in your mirror, go in your bed, just look in the mirror and you stare in between your eyes for as long as you can without blinking. And your face will start to melt away and you'll be able to see through yourself. And I said, okay, I'm going to try it. It fucking works. I've done it a few times and it's scary.
I bet.
You
I
can,
bet. That
you
sounds
just,
like a
if you can,
bad trip, man. Be like,
and
my face is melting.
it is. And you'll actually get anxiety and you'll panic because you're like, oh shit, like where am I going? I don't, it was a trick with the eyes, the mirror, but
Right?
your face actually starts like melting and like getting distorted, and it gets almost, you still see you, but you become like transparent. You can see right behind you.
Don't try that at home, folks.
You could all try that at home
And if
because
you try, don't come crying to me about
I
being
would not
afraid.
tell you. I would not tell you that if it didn't work. I mean, maybe it won't work for you. I don't know. but I did it, and I had to like stop because like it kind of scared me.
Thank you,
But
Antonio, for the ice cream. Yeah, I
Tiffany,
bet it
I've done
scared
that
you.
once high.
That's what I'm
um,
saying. Sounds like a badass trip.
yeah.
Thinking like the walls are melting, your face is melting, everything is breathing. Ooh, it's a little too much. Uh, Tyler, in 2016, what tech industry leader stated that we are probably all living in a computer simulation? Was it A. Bill Gates, B. Jeff Bezos, C. Mark Zuckerberg, or D. Elon Musk?
Man, I feel like I should know this,
You
and I
should
know
know this.
one of them have said it. My first thought was Bill Gates, but I don't know if that's it. Um, what
I have a theory about Bill Gates too. I have another conspiracy theory. I'm just thinking up conspiracies. You know, I'm but oh, Morning Flower, I see you in there. Yep, they're all saying Elon, 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 Elon. It is Elon.
it
Yeah,
is
he's
Elon?
big on the simulation theory. What is Foxhole doing? Can you check in on our peeps over there?
Hang on, I'm sending a text. That's more important.
I know, right? Let me
Um,
tell you about my Bill Gates theory, right? So,
wait, I have a question.
okay.
When in what context did Elon say that?
Oh, he said that there is 0% chance that we live in what he calls base
That's right.
reality.
That's
That if
right. I
you
didn't.
assume, yes, if you look at like if you assume any rate of improvement at all on anything, right? And we'll just go with gaming. Like, okay, look at the rate of improvement from freaking 8-bit Nintendo to now, right?
Mhm.
And that was only over how many years? He says the universe is like 14 billion years old. If you assume any rate of improvement at all, and this is why I say Elon is full of shit when he says he doesn't believe in aliens. Because if you
Yeah,
think we
there's
live in
no
a
way.
simulation and you're talking about rates of improvements in the age of the universe, and we're not talking about us, so are we talking about a civilization older than us? Then what civilization are you talking about, bruh? In any case, he's saying that any rate of improvement, universe 14 billion years old, if that somebody started it, if that the chances of us being in the actual base reality are nothing. Literally probably zero, that we're definitely living in a simulation. But, like when he was arguing with Joe Rogan about it, Joe Rogan was saying, well, we could be the base reality and moving towards that. And maybe in the future there will be people living in a simulation that don't know we're in a simulation.
Yeah.
Elon is adamant, like, no, we're already in the simulation, bro. And that's half of the reason why I think he just does whatever the hell he wants. He really believes it. That's kind of what
Well,
I started to talk about on Space Force News. Like he,
think about if you knew everything. Let's just pretend you could know everything. Let's just pretend Trump knew everything. It would explain his behavior. It would explain Elon's behavior. Um, when you know what's really going on, everything is so insignificant, and you're just playing along,
yeah,
and they're just having fun with it. You know?
that's what he said. He made the boring company because it was a joke. He sold flamethrowers that he stole the idea from freaking Escobar's brother from as a, like he just does whatever he wants because it's fun. He thinks he's playing a game, and you know see how far he can go with it. I can dig it. But when he says he doesn't believe in aliens, I don't believe that shit. Like you'd have to. Well,
I'm
if
more upset with myself that I got that question wrong.
well, well, you made me think of Bill Gates. Listen, this
I'm
whole
more
thing.
upset that I'm more upset that I got that wrong than the potential of us living in a fake simulated reality.
But you knew the answer, Tyler. Like it
No, I
clicked
know.
as soon as you heard it. You were
Go
like, yeah,
ahead.
duh.
I know I'm just messing around. Yeah, please. I'm sorry I keep
Oh,
distracting you from
that's
your
all right.
theory.
Thank you for thank you for following Honest Content. Good to see you.
You
Um,
think you need to switch sides?
I think, well, not necessarily. I think they attacked him because of the position he took on not wanting to give up the intellectual property patents, the patents for the vaccines. I think they got mad because he took a stand against that. Because, like, I was listening to Glenn Beck, and I'm a fan of Glenn Beck. Like, that dude breaks some stuff down, whether you like him or not. He's a smart guy,
Yeah.
and he does tie things together and break things down. He was talking about, I mean, everything that we talk about, Agenda 2030, the socialism going on here. Like, their whole shenanigans hinges on the destruction of private property. I mean, freaking Karl Marx, that was the whole premise of his thing. Like, rule number one, get rid of private property, right? To bring
Hmm.
true socialism, communism, whatever. Like, private property is what they think creates the disparity. It's That's horseshit, but nevertheless. So when Bill Gates told them GFY about them patents, I mean, dude don't want to. Yeah, he might say we need to give up our private property, but he ain't don't want to give up his private property. I mean, that's his money.
Yeah.
That's his. Those are his projects for the most part.
Yeah.
But I think maybe they attacked him like as a smack in the face for him coming against them on that freaking patent stuff. Like because it happened like right in a row. You know,
Either way, imagine being in that position to any
man.
of these people. Like, though, I don't care if you're evil or whatever. You don't know how controlled they are, what their life has looked like. Um, they're not happy.
Oh
You know
man,
what I'm
hell
saying?
no.
Like, they're not like, I don't understand like if these people are like born and groomed into being this player in the game, right? Because that's what it is. Are they groomed to be who they are, or is somewhere along the line, they're just like here trying to be a good person and they get compromised, they get in to make some bad deals, and the next thing you know, they're blackmailed. What happens? I don't know. I
I
think it
mean,
might be different for everybody, but we have to remember that with some of these people that we just hate.
I there's yes, I agree. I agree. I mean, they still are. I mean, regardless. Like, we tend to think of him like a Mr. Burns, like, sitting
Yeah.
there like excellent, whatever. Like, but
Yeah.
but I
Yeah.
mean, really? Like, I mean, this guy's apparently got freaking problems. I mean, everybody's got problems, but he's still a
apparently
dick.
the apparently the archons are messing with the stream. Oh, so perfect example is Flynn. Apparently Flynn's family was threatened and he couldn't talk. He was protecting his family.
Exactly.
Now imagine, like, and he was fortunate enough to have that gag order lifted and get out of that, right? Um, but that doesn't happen with everybody, and people are really into some deep shit. So if your family's in danger, you have children, like, what are you gonna do?
Yeah,
You know,
right?
what are you gonna do? You're just gonna be like, okay, I'll whatever, I'll do whatever
Right.
you say.
And
Don't
then
kill
and
my
then
son.
it's probably not even just do what we say or else. It's do what we say or else. And then if you do what we say, we'll give you this. And by the time you realize what's going on, you're so far in. Like Flynn
And
found a
like
way
Flynn,
out. Yeah, right. And like Flynn, but he at least he found a way out. Like there are probably people that they're like, okay, if you don't do this, we'll come after your family. If you do this, we'll give you whatever it is that you want. And then at that point, you're so addicted to the shit that you're getting from them, you're
mhm.
stuck. At what point do you make a stand? Hey, UFO Mark.
Yeah, they give these people a life. They give them, they don't
Man,
have to. They don't have
Tyler,
to live in survival mode. What?
I thought I had the whole California raisins thing fixed. Apparently, I did not.
Well, it seems to be working again now.
Yeah, apparently it's off and on. Don't you
It,
worry, I'm gonna figure it out.
yeah, I don't.
It worked
It's
fine when I posted my video the other day. If you guys have not gone over to watch my video on, of course, another one of my Klaus Schwab rants on why nobody wants to work, it's on my channels. Please go check it out. I think it actually came out really well. And it didn't do this then. There was no California raisins. All right, Tyler,
next question, please.
right? What is the name of the race of giants created when aliens mated with humans? Ooh, how that's worded. When aliens mated with humans. Was it A, the Humian, B, the Cyclops, C, the Nephilim, or D, the Gog Magog?
I'm pretty sure everybody knows this one.
Right? Let's let the chat. Was it
Yeah,
A, the Humian, B, the Cyclops,
Humian.
Humian, right? C, the Nephilim, or D, the Gog Magog?
I feel like they almost made this one too easy.
Right. Let me
That's just what I say when
see.
I don't know the answer. No,
Brooklyn Way says humanoid.
no.
Elise Brown says the Nephilim.
It's the Nephilim, right?
Right? It is the Nephilim.
Yeah. I mean, I knew that, but I just this game has me questioning myself now.
Right? Well, I mean,
Yeah.
they say when aliens mated with humans. I mean, the way the story is told, fallen angels. I mean, I guess that opens
Yeah.
up the question of whether or not you think angels can be classified as some sort of extraterrestrial. I mean,
Yeah. Exactly.
you know,
They no they've already
what you got there?
disclosed that in the movie Knowing with Nicolas Cage.
Man, that was a one hell of a movie, right? That was a good movie.
Yeah, the Pleiadians come down at the end,
Hmm.
and then they turn into a light body with angel wings. Like that, they proved it right there. That movie that proves
That with
aliens.
incontrovertible
Yeah,
evidence. Nicolas Cage.
this is a piece of obsidian from Chichen Itza, Mexico.
Oh, that's nice too. So,
Local obsidian. Yeah, I bought some. I know people down there, and I know a guy who actually works at Chichen Itza as a tour guide, and he was showing me some stuff that they have, and I was like, uh, dude, I want to buy one of these. He's like, well, don't buy one from one of the vendors. He goes, they're lying to you. He goes, some of them are selling local obsidian, other ones are selling onyx as local
as
obsidian.
Shay, of
And
course they are.
he goes, they're not, they fool tourists left and right every day. He goes, but I'll make sure like you get a piece from the right supplier, you know.
I'll
So
hook
that's where
you
this
up,
comes
bruh.
from.
Did he come with
Yeah.
the coat full of obsidian? Like, I got you,
Yeah.
man. I got you. Meet me
Yeah,
round back.
exactly. Um, but no, it's and they don't just do that. They also mess with tourists. It sounds really mad, but they mess with tourists and tell you wrong facts about the site because they know that people don't know shit and they're gonna believe it. Like they're telling people like this one area is the tomb of Pakal when Pakal's not even buried even at the Chichen Itza site, and everyone
Pakal is the
believes.
dude with the like you pulled up the book last time with the
Yeah,
rocket
yeah,
ship,
yeah,
right? Yeah, okay.
yeah, yeah. Yeah, but they're saying that he's buried
He's
there
buried there.
and this and that, but it's like no, that's not what happened. But they tell people that, and
I
people are like,
bet.
oh, and then yeah, they're I don't know, whatever. It's stupid. Like it's actually sad, but they know they're bored all day and they mess with people.
Mm, I mean, tourists tend to make easy targets sometimes, man. I know in
Yeah,
New Orleans, tourists got the worst of it, like
yeah,
all the
yeah.
time.
Or like there's an underwater museum where people dive and you can see these stone monuments underwater. Beautiful. It's absolutely, I did it. And they're like, yeah, these are ancient. They tell people it's ancient, but it's not. They're modern. They're totally modern. They were placed there by modern man for the purpose of being a museum. But if somebody doesn't know any better, they just like to mess with people like that. It's so wrong.
Right.
Somebody successful Sarah said, introduce me. I'm moving there. I know actually
Oh, that's right. That's right.
I know a good handful of people in Cancun. Actually, one of my best friends was born and raised there, and that's who I was down there uh, with last
Yeah,
time I went.
did you see the picture of her bed and breakfast she posted in the
Yeah, it's
Telegram?
a
It's
beautiful
beautiful,
looking
right?
home.
Did
Yeah,
you see she said nobody was in the house when she took the picture, but there's clearly a dude of some sort on one of those in peeking out the window on one of those balconies.
I didn't know that, but
Uh-huh.
it's one of the Aleutians.
Yeah,
Um,
that's awesome.
yeah, I don't know. I'll have to get in touch with you, successful Sarah. Um, I've never met anybody who's been named successful before, so.
UFO Mark says, "Yes, there's a lot of symbology in that movie Knowing, even with the baby white bunnies on the planet when their children are there, that's symbolism everywhere. When it shows the solar flash as well." Yeah, that
Yeah,
was a good movie.
yeah, yeah. It's actually the acting is horrible, but it's a good movie. That's the thing about Nicolas Cage is like you know you're going into some bad acting,
Yeah, he's
but
the same in every movie.
somehow they pulled off like that movie Next where he's like predicting the future, like he sees everything happen a few minutes before it happens, and like the government's wanting to
Right.
use him, and yeah, and he doesn't want to work with them, but they're chasing him the whole time. Yeah. Uh,
He's exactly the same character in every
National Treasure. Yeah,
movie,
exactly.
right?
A
Oh,
horrible actor, but you still watch it, and then they pull off a good movie somehow.
Megrid Berg song says more trivia. I got you. I got you. That is what we're here for. Tyler,
All right.
what organization was created by a science fiction writer? Was it A, the Church of Scientology, B, the Illuminati, C, Skull and Bones, or D, the Knights Templar?
I don't know. I want to know the answer to this question.
Oh, okay.
Which one was created by a science fiction
Writer.
writer?
hmm Yeah, let me read it one more time for the people. Okay, what organization was created by a science fiction writer? Was it A, the Church of Scientology, B, the Illuminati, C, the Skull and Bones, or D, the Knights Templar?
Templar.
Templar. Hey, Fearless. Good to see you.
Fearless says Scientology.
hmm
I mean, have you heard Leah Remini, or however you say her name, the
Yes.
girl from King of Queens? Have you heard her on
Yes.
Joe Rogan,
Yes.
like explaining how
That
crazy that
shit
shit
is
is?
wild.
Yeah,
Yeah, and it is the Church of Scientology. It was L.
yeah.
Ron Hubbard,
I didn't.
right? Right? Am I right, guys? It's L. Ron
Yeah,
that did that, right?
literally everyone
Becky
says
Lou,
A.
hi. Yeah.
Everyone says A. They just see other people post typing A, so like, hey,
Must
I'm
be
smart.
A.
Yeah.
See what's going over here on DLive. Yeah. Yeah, it was L. Ron Hubbard, right? Yeah, that guy. Woo! What they believe? What was the name? What's the name of the ultimate alien overlord that brought the souls, or what? What is it they believe? Like, don't they have to pay? They pay to level up in this religion, right?
hmm
And that's what she was explaining. Like, they pay to level up, and then like you get certain secrets at each level, right? And you gotta do more for the church. You gotta donate more money to get to these next levels. What a surprise! And then apparently at the top level, the ultimate secret that they get revealed is that I don't know, some alien overlord, and I can't think of his name, brought like what is it? Put souls in a volcano, and then they
Yeah, it's. I mean, I guess I should have guessed that that was written by a science fiction writer
man,
author.
that dude had a lot of free freaking time. I'll tell you what. Xenu, that's right. Thanks, Fearless. Yeah, Xenu was the alien lord. Something about souls in a volcano and taking over the world. I don't know. It's freaking wild, right? Tyler, the area often called the Bermuda Triangle of the Pacific, right, is known by conspiracists by what name? A, the Manchu Circle, B, the Orient Depress, C, Monsoon Alley, or D, the Devil's Sea?
I thought it was something else entirely, actually. So D.
Hmm? Hmm? It is D. It is
Well,
D.
yeah, the Devil's Triangle, the
Devil, yeah.
Dragon's Triangle. Like, yeah, I was waiting to hear
Don't we
triangle.
have a base right over there? One of our, I want to say one of our bases, our naval bases, is right close to there.
I don't
I
know.
I
I
could be
don't
totally
actually know.
wrong. I'm trying to think. I think so. I could be totally wrong, but I'm pretty sure we have D for devil. Yeah.
There are those. There's more than those things are all across the planet. They're all around the planet in the same two parallels. The vile vortices is what they call them.
What is it like ley line intersections or?
Yeah, I mean it is, but there's probably more to it than that. Like I don't know exactly what's going on there, but maybe it's like yeah, the intersections where portals are
Oh,
probably.
there have to be portals, right?
Yeah,
Isn't there one over the? There's one over the Great Lakes too, where wild shit happens all the time.
yeah,
Over Lake Michigan,
yeah. Some of
I
them,
think.
I mean, they're all over the planet, probably, but there's actual like a grid of them called the vile vortices. Um, I do know. I do think it's interesting though. There's so many theories, right? There's a book, The Ancient Secret, The Flower of Life, where they talk about the Bermuda Triangle. Um, they talk about that Atlantis existing in what's now the Bermuda Triangle. Um, Obviously, they think. we think Atlantis might have been like almost planet wide now or in Antarctica. But in this book in particular, they say that, the reptilians came because it was a free will planet. They came and took over a portion of Atlantis. They got too greedy with their technology and end up taking down their own civilization with their technology and actually sank the island. And the island that sank in the Bermuda Triangle area had some type of technology that this is what sank the island. It's like some laser beam. I don't know
Like
what they
on
were.
Stargate Atlantis, they could sink
Yeah,
the.
yeah, what they were trying to attempt. Anyway, it failed, and they ended up sinking the island. Well, apparently, when the island sank, energy was this device was left on, and there's no way to shut it off, and it was creating like this like invisible energy beam coming out of the ocean from the ocean floor straight up into space, basically, and it created some type of portal according to this theory, right? And everything that tried to sail over it or fly over it, depending on the time, would disappear. And allegedly in 2012, according to this book, something happened where the timelines merged or whatever, and somehow they were able to shut that technology off, and it's no longer a threat. And that's why you don't hear about much missing anymore in the Bermuda Triangle because um, that's it. That the technology is turned off. Just a theory. I mean, according to the book, it's channeled information, right? But um, I don't know. I don't see much out there that corroborates with that, but I haven't read every book on that either.
They
So
shut it off, huh? Hmm. Well,
yeah.
uh, this may be completely unrelated, but like the Black Knight satellite, wasn't
Hmm.
that supposed to be? I mean, that didn't that allegedly control some tech and it was kind of sputtering to death and that like that maybe now this is also just another theory like Nikola Tesla had said he had gotten downloads and I've seen some people suggest like maybe he was getting downloads from the Black Knight satellite but that it was like breathe like it was in its death throes that it wasn't working right. I mean maybe I don't know, maybe there was some kind of tech, maybe it died, maybe that thing died, maybe the tech died with it.
Yeah. No idea.
No idea. Me neither.
One theory. Yeah. People are saying other things. Giant crystal in Bermuda Triangle, a weapon never turned off, field trip to scuba dive down there. Yeah. Um, what's interesting about that book, though, they also claimed that ancient Lemuria started with Hawaii and ended with Easter Island, and the rest of it sank. And if you look on any map, you can see a sunken island chain between Hawaii and Eastern Island. It's there on any map. Like it's actually was at one time, they were a chain of islands, and that was allegedly ancient Lemuria. Well, they're a very advanced race, and they knew that the island was going to sink. That's why they moved to Atlantis. And when Atlantis crashed, they moved. Those survivors went to Egypt.
I can
Okay, next question.
maybe. Alara said that's her satellite, and Nick Houston said Black Knight satellite. That's racist.
Yeah,
Uh, all right, Tyler. Check. How are the Fox Nuts doing? Are they?
they're sharing links. Debbie Roush, thank you for sharing our Telegram. Guys, go follow us on Telegram, Journey to Truth Podcast. Please and thank you.
Yeah. If you didn't see their video with Zach Voorhees, bruh,
I
that
can't even
was
believe it's standing still. Yeah.
man, that was awesome. Go check it out. Journey to Truth on YouTube. You can find they are on Telegram, on Foxhole. Obviously, that was an awesome interview. Good call on that.
Yeah, he knows exactly what he's talking about. He's not talking
No, he's not just talking theoretically or talking out his
yeah,
ass. Like he
he's seen
knows.
it firsthand. He knows how it operates. He's worked on it. If you guys don't know who he is, he's a Google whistleblower who came out with a 950-page document dump proving that Google hides search results. They have words on a blacklist that you can't even search if you wanted to. Um, they have algorithms in place to bring up results for whatever they want. Whatever information they're trying to control, they can do it, and he has the proof.
Yeah, I mean,
And it's scary.
we can see. I mean, We can see it with our own eyes that they're controlling the flow of the information.
Yeah,
He has the technical knowledge to tell you why and how and
yeah.
when and
The
like
name of the program, what? Yeah, everything. Like,
whole shebang. Like that was a
yeah.
good interview. Good call. Go ahead, go watch that and follow them on Telegram, please. Um,
Oh,
I,
they're down on Foxhole.
oh man,
That's somebody said. Golden Chris, we down on Foxhole, Tyler. Um, okay, back to YouTube.
right? What country held a conference in 2006 that was focused on proving that the Holocaust was a HOAX? I don't even want to do all that on YouTube. It's
they're
what
they're not gonna.
what country held a
Yeah,
conference, right? Oh, Rokfin. Guys, go make the free account. I can say whatever I want over there. What country, and on Foxhole for that matter, what country held a conference in 2006 that was focused on proving that the Holocaust was a joke, was a hoax, didn't happen? Was it A, the United States, B, Iran, C, Cuba, or D, China? China.
China,
China. You just want to say China,
China. That's my guess.
right?
Although it makes more sense to be the United States.
Man, would that surprise anybody at this point after the
No,
shenanigans we've seen recently?
that's what I'm saying. It makes more sense.
Man, did you see what happened? They were throwing bombs at people in New York City.
No, I didn't see that.
What, like, everybody just calm down. Just calm down. Just chill. Like, there has to be a better way. Uh,
Come on, they've been saying that forever.
right? Can't we all
That's
just
why
get
we're in this
along?
mess, trying to find a better way, right?
Oh my goodness, right? No, I get it. I get it.
Is it China?
It is Iran. No
Is
surprise
it?
there. Yeah, man, of course, anything they can do to disclaim or discredit Israel, they are all about it,
Fearless gets them all right. I think he's looking them up.
right? Uh, Mesopotamia, right? Persia.
Yeah,
Okay. Oh, here's a classic. Let's see who's good on the classic conspiracy trivia. What was the code name of the informant that provided proof of the Watergate scandal?
the
What's
code name of
the
the
code
informant.
name? Was it A, Old Scratchy, B, Darth Maul, C, Deep Throat, or D, the Smoking Man?
Man,
What
I am off tonight.
you got this. You got this. Come on. What was the code name of the informant that provided proof of the Watergate scandal? Was it Old Scratchy, Darth Maul, Deep Throat, or the Smoking Man?
Deep throat.
Becky Lou says Deep Throat, right?
That she? Where's she at? I don't
Cads
see
Potter
her.
says Deep Throat on YouTube. Deep Throat. Yes, it was Deep Throat, guys. The Smoking Man was from X Files. Darth Maul was from Star
Star
Wars,
Wars.
and
Yeah.
Old Scratchy. Yeah, I have no idea what that is about. Yeah, it looks like. Yep, they got it.
Fearless is a
The
walking and talking encyclopedia. Walking,
right,
talking, and typing
right.
encyclopedia.
Yvonda, hello, hello.
Hey,
Hey, Inez Bravo, Matt Smith, Discog, DK. What up, fam? DK. Oh man, DK sent me some crazy shit on Twitter about man, Aquamation. Apparently, was it Minnesota, DK? Where their Senate just passed a law allowing not cremation, but the deterioration of human bodies using this high pressure water and lye chamber, and then it turns the soft material into this sludge and literally runs it into the water filter into the water treatment facilities. Like it did the shit look like the Matrix, where they're in the tubes and they're liquefying folks, and
and putting it in the water.
they just passed it. I mean, just past it. I I don't even I don't even know. Alara have a fit. That's super dark negative. I was like, what is this? Like,
I believe it. I mean, well, look at the
Aquamation, I think it was called.
look at the Batman. This is totally different, but the same. Batman Begins, where the whole plot of the movie is they're trying to poison the water supply, dumping shit into the water supply. I
Huh,
mean,
they do.
yeah,
They've been at the water supply for a minute. Fluoride and everything else. Yeah, he says he thinks it was. I think it was Minnesota or
yeah. I don't
Wisconsin
know.
maybe. It was one of them. It was one of them places. Disturbing doesn't. Yes. Yes, Mel. Yes, Linda. Some of that. All right. Who says Soylent Green? Right. I thought of that too when I saw it. I was like, I don't know what the hell is going on
Thank you,
here,
Debbie,
but
for sharing that.
what? Oh yeah,
Just
there's
our
the
episode.
link. Yeah, the link to the Zach Voorhees episode is in the chats.
No joke. I'm not even. We'll go back. Go to the question. I'm honestly surprised they let that video up, and I don't know why or how, but I'll take it.
Right.
Next, go on.
Right. It was awesome. Uh
Yeah,
oh, another classic. Who recorded the famous film of JFK's assassination that gave rise to the multiple shooter conspiracy? Was it A. Oliver Stone, B. Roger Patterson, C.
Roger
Billy
Pitt.
Grassy Knoll Johnson, or D. Abraham Zapruder?
A or Patterson, the Bigfoot guy.
Roger Patterson's the Bigfoot guy?
Yeah, that's the Patterson footage.
Oh,
The
that's right. I
yeah.
wondered. Okay. One more time for the peeps. Who recorded the famous film of JFK's assassination that gave rise to the multiple shooter conspiracy? Was it A. Oliver Stone, B. Roger Patterson, C. Billy Grassy Knoll Johnson, or D. Abraham Zapruder?
Does it bother people that I'm not center of the screen?
I don't. I'm not. Do you want to be in the center of the
It's
screen
like
though?
it's like no. I mean here. It's like they're waiting for
Right.
somebody else to show up.
I was thinking that earlier. Like we should
It's too hard to.
drag Aaron on here one day.
It's way easier to leave the setup
Yeah. Don't move. Yeah. Right. Move your stuff
than
around.
redo
Well,
it.
if you
Yeah,
had your alien girlfriend there,
she's here.
right?
She's right here next
Yeah,
to me.
guys, it was Zapruder. Oh, Fearless missed one.
It was
What's going
Zapruder.
on? Yeah, Abraham Zapruder.
I thought
Yeah.
it was Oliver Stone. Why? Who's Oliver Stone then?
Didn't he actually produced the movie. Like the cinematic release movie. I think
Maybe
he's a famous producer. He did a whole bunch of big movies, but I think he did Cat Potter said MacGyver's cousin. I think he did the cinematic film release of
he must. Yeah, I need to look
the
up because
Kennedy
I just.
movie. Right, yeah, Zapruder was the one that shot the original freaking grainy footage. And it's crazy because apparently now, and I was talking about this on the Mandela Effect show, there were 6 people in that car,
Yeah,
which,
no, yeah. Apparently, 6'4". Yeah, and didn't somebody call in and say she has old footage that proves that like
hmm yep, I need, that's
yeah,
crazy. There were 4 people in that car, but apparently now there were 6. And then I saw some footage somewhere where it looks like I saw one thing that looks like Jackie Kennedy shot him. I saw another that looks like the damn driver turned around and shot him. So I don't know.
yeah. I don't know either. But yeah, Oliver Stone is the direct. Is he directed the movie
This yeah,
JFK?
the cinematic, yeah. He that was a good
Yeah.
movie, actually. Uh
Um, I don't know. Yeah, that footage, like I've heard that that was a wasn't even JFK. It was a clone or a body double. Like, and he never died. Then you know,
right,
like it's anybody's guess, right?
right. Well, I mean, man, I don't know. I'm still stuck on the Howard. There's 6 people in the car. Uh yeah, I don't know. Was there a second gunman, do you think? Was it just one shooter? Will we ever know? I don't know if we'll ever know. Oh,
We'll
Tiffany
know.
says she saw it too, so I'm not tripping. I knew I seen that shit somewhere,
We'll find out. We'll find out one day when it doesn't matter anymore.
right? All right, here's another one. This should be an easy one. Name the illegal CIA plan to
Wait, real quick.
yeah.
Samantha says, I saw the driver shoot him. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah, okay. Okay, so I'm not tripping. Yeah, I mean, it looked like he just did turn around and pop one at him.
Really? I
Ma
don't think I've seen.
like when I saw that, I was like, "Oh, that's legit." Like, I was like, "What?"
Maybe
You
that's why
know,
they added 6 people into the car now because it was easier to hide the driver.
maybe. I don't know. I don't know, but when I saw that, man, I wish I knew where I seen that. I would send it to you. I'm sure it was some documentary or something I was
There's
watching.
so many things that I've come across in the past that I wish I could like go back when I'm trying to tell people about it, and you just
Remember where
can't
the
find it.
hell? Mm-mm.
You'll never find it again. Yeah.
Well, at least somebody else saw it. I know I'm not tripping. Who's that?
Back and to the left.
Right?
Back and to the left. All I
Back
think of
to the
is the
left,
episode of
right?
Seinfeld. The episode of Seinfeld where Kramer's reenacting it. Uh anyway, go ahead with
Puffer,
your question.
dolphin, puff, puff, right? Who wants a puff? Pass the Dutchie to the left hand side, right? Name the illegal CIA plan to control the US media. Was it
We know this one.
A, right? Was it A, Operation Mockingbird, B, Operation Mouthpiece, C, the Fairness Doctrine, or D, Operation Let's Be Like Russia?
Does this look like an A?
Kind of. Either that or like you're throwing Illuminati symbols.
Yeah. Oh yeah, better. That's gonna be the one screenshot somebody takes.
Ah,
He's wearing
look,
a red
he's
shirt with a black
affiliated, right?
microphone. Yeah.
You'll get all kinds of decodes on that. You're done.
Oh man, you wouldn't believe some of the stuff we get just from the podcast, the claims. One time Aaron and I were wearing just the different color shirts, but that it meant something, whatever, and nothing is coincidence. They know what they're doing. I'm like, no, that's just the shirts we
You
were
guys
wearing.
are shilling, right? It's all a setup.
Yeah.
Oh, Suiterbug says the one with the driver came from a VHS tape that was circulated by William Cooper. It was poor and granular, but it wasn't the driver. That was a shadow in the footage, he says. And Matt Smith says Bill Hicks.
It's major sorry. It's definitely Mockingbird,
Yeah,
obviously.
it was Mockingbird.
Didn't even need those.
You see that video? It came out, was it right before the election where it had like, I don't know, it started with one newscaster and then it was two, then it was four, then it was eight, then it was
Then there's
16.
100. They're all saying the
Yeah,
same thing at one time.
oh,
Yeah.
that was totally creepy, man. I was like, that's a mess. Right. Okay. What was the slogan used by pilots participating in an operation to change the weather in Vietnam? Because that actually happened. A, the wetter the better. B, we'll see monsoon. C, I love a rainy night. Or D, make mud, not war. You got any
I
Vietnam vets out there? What
I
was the
don't know.
slogan? You know, what was the slogan used by pilots participating in an operation to change the weather in Vietnam? Was it
Some
A,
something wrong.
something wrong? Was it
Yeah.
A, the wetter the better? B, we'll see monsoon? C, I love a rainy night? Or D, make mud, not war?
I don't know.
Mock, yeah, ing, yeah, bird, yeah,
Dumb and
yeah,
Dumber.
yeah. That was terrible. Ah.
I
Pat
love a
says, I
rainy
love a
night.
rainy night. Right? Let's see. Cad Spotter says, we'll see monsoon. Yeah, because when they tell you the government doesn't try to control the weather, that's a damn lie. They've been cloud seeding forever. They definitely were cloud seeding over Vietnam, trying to make mud, not war. That was the
Well, we
slogan: make mud, not war.
we have a Ben Sehick. We had him on our show. He's an expert in geoengineering. I mean, this there's a he
You get a lot of good people on your
yeah.
show. You
Well,
really
he's a
do.
local. He's actually a local officer, and but he also he's the head of Geoengineering Watch and here locally. But he is literally an expert in this stuff. I mean, this guy will school, and he will. prove chemtrails to anyone who questions it, you know.
I don't know
And
how they can even question it at this point, but
yeah,
go ahead.
not only chemtrails, but all types of weather manipulation, down even down to the direct energy weapons. Like this is no theory to him. Like he can back this stuff up. Like we actually just had lunch with him the other day, and he was telling us about some stuff that he's seeing now, and it's really it's concerning, but I don't think and it's nothing to worry about, but it's scary what they're doing. What he's noticing on the charts and the types of he knows all the manipulation tactics and how HARP is working, all this stuff. And he said it's like not doing it's nothing but ramping up, you know. Um,
Can we talk about I mean, matter of fact, ask him if I'm tripping up. We are currently in the midst of a weather war with China. I am convinced. The crazy weather that
yeah,
we, especially last year, did you see what happened in Wuhan the other day?
what happened? I mean,
Bruh,
yeah, maybe.
this was like 2 or 3 days ago. They had like once, okay, we've seen they've been flooded out, like not Wuhan specific, China has been flooded over and over and over again. The dams were about, they were speculating that the dams could collapse. I mean, if that
Mhm.
Yangtze River dam had broken or breaks, that would
Oh,
flood out hundreds of millions of people.
did it not? What did I see that looked like they broke or opened, and they just opened it up anyway?
Oh, I don't know.
I
Maybe
know what
they
you're talking
did.
about. In Wuhan, they showed it was like aerial footage of the dam, and it's like they just broke the dam
It may have broken.
in three spots.
It
Yeah.
may have, oh, that's terrible. It may have broken. Dude, they had in the city, they had what a supercell form over top of Wuhan. The city was decimated. Her, multiple tornadoes, torrential downpours, gale force winds, like the whole thing was crazy. I mean, you know,
Yeah.
just and then they've had these storms over and over and over again. Like I said, flooding out the Yangtze River Valley, trying to collapse that dam.
So before we go to the next question, another thing he told us. So he's a officer, he's a cop, and um, I asked him because St. Louis City defunded the police, and I said, what does that look like? He's a county cop, luckily, but he's like,
Bruh.
let's put it this way. He goes, I'm not lying to you. They put you on hold when you call 911 now. They've had to de-staff, cut back on manpower to the point where there's a wait when you call 911. He said they're hiring social workers now. They've already switched to hiring social workers instead of the guys who actually want to become a cop because it costs way less to hire a social worker. He said there's less cops roaming the streets now. They can't afford to keep that many people on duty now. This is coming straight from him. Like he's like this is exactly what's happening. It's horrible. He said he goes he goes they literally look when they're hiring. They're rewriting everything, and everybody that they hire is a far left extremist. And he goes, I'm not one side or the other, but they are pushing the socialism and communism um
Oh
tech.
yeah.
Yeah. And he said they're trying to rewrite how it's all done, and it's wild. He's just like it's sad. He's actually moving because he thinks he's getting word that it's moving to the county next, and so he's going down like south in the country and relocating so that it won't affect him. But
Man, listen, I said this as a joke on Twitter maybe a year ago, but the more I think about it, like they should have pay per service. You call 911, either, if you don't want to pay taxes or you don't want to fund the police, for the people that it should be like an opt-in, opt-out thing. Like either you pay your taxes and you can call in, they've got a computer program that runs that'll pull like maybe, I don't know, the addresses or tag somehow they know that you paid your part. And if you didn't pay your part, then you should have to pay upfront before they send somebody out. I don't know.
yeah,
Pay for service. You know what I'm saying? Like
yeah,
have a menu of options. Like, yeah, I don't know what you're gonna do if you're getting stabbed or whatever, but like you
uh,
call, get a little auto mod, like, do you need? Is there a
Yeah.
fire? Do you need the police? Are you being stabbed? Is somebody broke into your home? I don't know, whatever. You can upgrade your service. Like, since y'all want to be funny about it,
Yeah.
pay to
And
play.
what and what's sad though is you I asked him, I said, so I said that means they lost all funding to repair anything in the police station, update it, remodel it, build a new police station, cop cars, whatever. He goes, all of it. He goes, it's stripped. What they have is what they get. I don't know how long this could even last. Like, how long can this even last before it just totally runs down and the city turns into Gotham City? I
Man,
mean, you know,
it's happening to cities across the country.
yeah,
Austin is in trouble. Portland,
Portland's one of them. Yeah.
Minneapolis. You said St. Louis. Like,
Hmm.
that's wild, dude. I'm so glad I live where I live.
Yeah, it's just like it just sucks. It sucks, you know.
I can bet. I bet. All right. We'll do a few more questions.
Two more.
Name two more. All right. Name the scandal involving leaked emails that showed that scientists had falsified the data that confirmed global warming. Okay. Was it A, global fibbing, B, the Snowden files, C, a convenient truth, or D, climate gate?
Convenient Truth was a documentary, wasn't it?
That was an inconvenient truth, wasn't it?
Inconvenient Truth, yeah. Um, the question. Repeat the question again.
Name the scandal involving leaked emails that which confirmed or which showed that scientists had falsified the data that confirmed global warming. Was it A, global fibbing? That was the name of the scandal. B, the Snowden files. C, a convenient truth. Or D, climate gate?
Climate Gate.
It's always a gate, right?
I mean, I don't actually
It would
know.
make sense. I mean, it makes sense, right? I mean, it was crazy. This actually happened. Like, man, was it East Anglia? Somewhere in England.
It
Uh,
wasn't just
there was like
hard.
10, a hacker hacked into some university, and there was like 10 years worth of emails where, with these scientists going back and forth. I mean, and, again, somebody went through all the data and pulled it together and said that it showed without a doubt that they were on some bullshit with that. And yes, it was D, guys, Climate Gate. Matt
It
Smith says,
was.
Man Bear Pig. He is real. He is real. All
Is
right.
real.
Right? Okay. One more. We'll do one more. Uh, Name the Norwegian sailor,
Popeye.
right, whose journey to the hollow earth was chronicled in the book The Smoky God.
Oh, I have that book right here next to me.
Do you really?
Yeah, I'm not even gonna answer it. I'll let the audience answer it
I
right
really
here.
want to read that. That's awesome.
Yeah,
Have you read it yet?
I read it twice. Actually, there's an extended version I'm in the middle of reading right now. It's upstairs.
What?
Um,
Well, let me give. Okay, was it A, Olaf Jansen, B, Otto Leidenbrock, C, Leif Erikson, or D, Eric the Viking?
by the way, I highly recommend reading that book to
Is it
everyone.
good? I want to read it. I really do.
It's a short read. Like you could read in a day if you're a fast reader.
We got any takers on this one? Let's see. Muffin Gate. It's Puffin Gate. Subpack vet. Just give me the beak now. Right? Let me see. A. Everybody's saying A. Global fibbing. Yeah, they are definitely fibbing. All
Well, that's for the
scandals end
last
in
question.
something gate.
That was for the last question.
But oh shit.
You're on the wrong.
Ah, right. Leif Erikson, I see. Path of Most Resistance says Otto Leidenbrock. Hagar the Horrible. That it was definitely that. SpongeBob. Yes. Leap into foil. What up, Cuddy? Yes, it was definitely SpongeBob.
Mm-hmm. It was.
Yep.
Name of the book again: The Smoky God.
The Smoky God. Why is it called that? The answer,
Uh,
guys, is Olaf Jansen. Tyler, tell what I mean. So this guy, is Olaf the character in the book,
it's
and
not a
he
character.
goes.
This is written as a
Oh, it's written like as
it's your account. Yeah,
nonfiction.
you're reading like a diary.
Oh
Um,
snap! What happened?
so well, let me just read you the back of the book.
Just read us the back of the book, Tyler.
Um, let me. It's maybe I won't do that, but um. So anyway, this guy Olaf and his son apparently went to Olaf or his dad, whatever. It was a father and son. They sailed to. They were going on a fishing trip, and like halfway through the trip, they had heard about. They wanted to see how far north they could go, and they had heard about like it gets warm. They heard other sailors say it gets warmer up there, blah blah blah, and they wanted to explore it. They decided that we're going to explore. He's like, "You're going to do this with me?" I think their mom had, mom had passed away. They end up literally stumbling into inner Earth. Basically, the way it's described is like it's a 1400 mile wide opening where the ocean just goes into the like so they say the earth's crust is 300 miles thick all the way around, and 150 miles deep is this is what they were told by the inner earth people. 150 miles deep is the gravity belt is 150 miles deep, and then so you have a 300-mile crust with the entrance at the top and bottom, and the ocean just follows along the crust. So there's a hole at the top and a hole at the bottom, so the ocean can be above or below the
Right.
surface
I'm with you.
because the gravity is in the crust. So they sail. They had no idea that they were actually sailing into inner Earth because you never feel the change. You just like it's just like you don't know which side of the Earth you're on. You just Um, they ended up discovering getting basically picked up by this race of giants, like massive giants, but they all spoke like German, like
Oh, of course.
yeah, and every so I mean I could tell the whole story, but anyway, they spent like a few years down there, and like they explain everything, like with the gigantic trees, every animal that we thought was extinct was living down there. Every like things are made of gold, technologies that we just can't understand. They describe all this stuff. There's cities. I mean, it's massive, absolutely massive. It's an entirely different world inside. And then they ended up repairing their ship and then letting them try and sail back home. Only one of them made it back home. And the guy goes and tells his story. He's so freaking amazed. They literally put him in a insane asylum because back in the 1800s, nobody, this was like taboo. They literally, this guy, he would not stray off his story. He's like, no, I'm telling you, this is what happened. They threw him in an insane asylum for the remainder of his life, based for I forget how many years. That when he came out, he was so scared to tell anyone. He didn't tell anyone about it. He was afraid. He was literally scared that he was going to get thrown back in. So he wouldn't talk about it. He ended up getting a job working as a fisherman or something, like a deckhand. I forgot. And he befriended somebody, told this guy his whole story, gave him his diary, gave him everything, told him about this inner earth. And he said, please, he goes, when I die, he goes, you can't release this while I'm alive. I never want to go through that again. But when I die, will you please release this information on my behalf? They can't do anything to you if it's not your information. And the guy did exactly that. And he wrote this book. So the first part of the book is explaining exactly what I just told you. And then the second half is you're basically reading his diary of their
When was
journey.
this published?
Um,
Or when was this supposed to have happened?
published in 1908, but this happened in the 1800s.
Oh wow.
Yeah, so this is from 1908. Yeah.
Huh. Yeah,
Um,
I definitely want to read that. That's crazy. Right? Well,
yeah, it's
that's like Admiral Byrd, like his Hollow Earth Chronicles that weren't supposed to be published until he died,
yeah.
you know.
Yeah. And then the Smoky God thing is that there's some sort of like inner earth sun, some sort of sun that's like they couldn't it looks smoky, and they never knew what it was, and like they didn't know if like the people didn't worship it, but that's what gave them life down
Right,
there.
right,
So
right,
it
right,
might
right.
as well been like the so they call it the smoky god.
That's interesting. That's interesting.
Um,
Well, that's crazy. I that actually, since we're talking about Inner Earth, guys, so kind of an announcement. Tuesday at 7 p.m. I am going to be live with Brooks Agnew. For those of you that did not catch him on Conspiracy Couch, Alara and I had him on Conspiracy Couch. Brilliant guy. I mean, versed in everything from current politics to physics, mechanics. The guy is on it. As brilliant guy. Come check out the interview. That'll be live Tuesday at 7. Here, right here. You can find me. What do you got going on this week, Tyler?
sorry, I'll answer that, but UFO Mark just said also, there was an ancient mariner story of the Norwegian father and son that went there at the end of the 19th century, and it was actually was imprisoned after he told his tale of being in Inner Earth. And he's like, "Oh, that's what Tyler was just
Yeah, right.
referring to." Yeah, yeah, that's
Right.
exactly. Um, this week, what do I have going on?
Yeah, what do you got going on? Oh, they said they read it in Kate's book club. I'm surprised. That's
Yeah,
good.
yeah, yeah, yeah. Well,
Awesome.
I actually told her about the book, so
Sweet.
um,
Yeah, well, that's what made me think of the Brooks. That's what we were talking about on Conspiracy
yeah.
Couch was Inner Earth. He's
But
really well versed.
there's an extended version that I'm in the middle of it. I actually recommend. I recommend the original one because it's like straight to the point and you get to read it as it is. But the extended version is they reference other stories and accounts of people at the time that corroborated. So they also they help they verify the story and back it up with other testimonies and stuff. And they just connect some dots and like make it a lot more believable.
S-
Uh,
Sweet.
it's if you really want to know about it. But I just posted today. So Aaron and I are going to be speaking at a conference in Sedona at the end of July 23rd through the 25th. And actually, can I share the screen?
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Let me.
Can you allow me?
Yeah, Tyler. Hold on. Let me. Maybe.
Where the heck is it?
There you go.
I'm
You
not
are now
invited.
the host. You're gonna have to re-host me, but go ahead.
Some no,
Yeah, this is now Alexis and Jace organized this, right?
yeah.
Yeah, they got a whole website set up. Can you find it?
Yeah. Sorry, I didn't save the file, so I had to save it
Look at you.
and bring it up. Sorry,
No
I'm
worries. Let me check.
not very
Let me check. For those of you guys that donated on DLive, thank you. I love you. I don't think we're good on YouTube. Oh, there you
All right,
go.
can you see that?
Yeah, they can see it. Go ahead. Do your thing.
Yeah. So, can you make? Is there any way to make this full screen for them or
It
not? It
is.
does. Okay. Okay. Um. Yeah, you see it. This is July 23rd to 25th. Jason and Alexis are putting this on themselves. They pulled it off and they're already selling tickets. They just went on sale, but it's cool. They have a crypto option, $333 for a ticket, but $222
Ooh, whoop
if you
whoop.
paying crypto, or 111 for the live stream, 77 you pay in crypto.
They accept
So
Doge.
I don't know. Maybe it doesn't specify. I made this poster by the way, but Jace, Alexis, Matthew Morning, Kate Awakening, Alara,
I'll say yeah, Alara.
um, Aaron and I, Zen God, he's a big crypto guy, XRP, Troy Casey, Health Nut, some of these other guys I don't actually know. Some of them
Look at
are
that guy there, Xavier Hawk. He looks
yeah,
serious, right?
yeah. So no, it should be a lot of fun though. I don't really know what to expect, but they have this thing all planned out and the vibes are good all around with this. So I'm
I
excited.
bet. That's awesome. Yeah, check that out. There's a website too. What's the website?
Familyoflight.info.
Let me put it in the chat.
Do I have to rehost you for real?
Yes, I think so. Familyoflight.info. That's it.
Yeah, familyoflight.info.
Okay, well, that's what I put in there. Link is in the chat, guys.
You should be hosted.
Fabulous. Yeah, thank you for donating on DLive, guys. If you want to support me, you can donate directly at loyal2thefoil.com or my Cash App. The link, or well, my cash tag is in the description below. I also accept crypto. Feel free. But the
He's way too excited about that.
right, there's a sale right now. The best way is to go to beardvet.com, guys. If you got rugged, toxic masculinity and you need to oil up your beard, if you want some good specialty rubs, they got it. On lock, the coffee is bomb diggity. Like I said, they got everything. Gorilla Nilla, range rum, militia maple. Like there's stuff, espresso, dark roast, house roast, light roast. It's deliciousness. Go check it out. A portion of every donation goes to their charity of the month. Veteran owned and operated veteran charities they donate to. 10% off at checkout with promo code SFN. And everything over 35 bucks gets free shipping. Yeah, Low Country Brooklyn ordered some. She loved it. So go grab you some Beard Vet. Check it out. What else? What else? Yeah.
So Beard Vet UFO Mark said, I think he meant to say from East City, not. He said, so Tyler, you're just gonna boogie from the city all the way over to Arizona days after one ends, and he meant to say boogie from East City, not the city.
Boogie from the. You might need to boogie from the city, dude.
Elise Brown said boogie from the city.
Right? You might need to boogie from the city with them defunding shit.
Yeah, I'm waiting for them to officially announce some the ECETI conference so I can share some exciting news about that also.
It's coming up very soon. What else? I'm gonna be on with J Bell on Sunday at 5 p.m. Central. I think that's right. Or 4 p.m. Central. I will be on with J Bell on her conspiracy stream. Like I said, Tuesday, 7 o'clock for Live with Brooks Agnew. That should be freaking awesome. And Space Force News on Sunday. No, y'all don't want to miss that. 9 p.m. Eastern. What is it? 6 p.m. Pacific? Yeah, we got all the quirks worked out this time. It's going to be great. No Archons. No Archons.
Yeah. Yeah, Becky Lou, we will be at ECETI.
Yes, they will be at ECETI. Look at you.
No worries.
Well,
yeah, and then obviously our guest this week remains undisclosed.
Yeah, I know. You guys and your super secret stuff.
No, there's
That's
a reason
right.
behind it actually, but
that's all right. Can you top the Zach Voorhees interview? That's what I want to know. I will be there to find out, sir.
No, I'll tell you the topic. No, I won't.
Oh, hateful, Tyler. That's hateful. Just throwing some hate. Well, guys, we will be back here, I assume, next Friday at 8 for some more conspiracy theory trivia. We love you, and yeah, peace out.
Good night, guys. Thank you for everything.
Yes, much love to the mods. All the new mods that didn't even know you were mods. Thank you. We love you.
Yeah, maybe I'll be a mod next time.
I modded you.
Oh, did you? Wait, let me type a comment and see.
Go ahead, type a comment. We can sit here and talk. I'm just letting the music play out.
Damn. I got the wrench.
You got wrenched. Who else? Let's see. Let's make UFO Mark. He gets to be a mod. I'm just gonna pick people. I'm gonna make everybody a mod. You're a mod. You're a mod.
Turn into Oprah.
Right? Tiffany, you're a mod. Everybody's a mod. Brooklyn. Be a mod. Look at that.
Elise Brown. Whatever, Tyler.
Mods all around.
What does that mean? You end it? It's over.
Oh yeah, the music's playing out. We're just hot micing talking over top of the music. They're listening to us probably laughing like, what the hell?
I didn't even know you ended it. I just thought we were so live. Do not mod me the Brooklyn way. So.
Uh-oh. Okay, I'll unmod you.
I don't know if she meant it.